a couple months ago, I posted a picture of a squirrel. And at the time, I went on and on about how I'm just not a great wildlife photographer. I don't have the patience for it, don't have the gear for it. Fine. A couple weeks or maybe a month or two after that first one, which was not the first squirrel photo I ever put on Weekly 50, but from this recent round, I had another squirrel photo. and, and again, I said, I'm not a great wildlife photographer, don't have the patience, don't have the gear, but here's another squirrel photo. Well, guess what? Here we are again, another squirrel photo. And I got to be honest, this is probably the best squirrel photo I've ever taken. Not that I've taken a whole lot of squirrel photos, but everything just worked out for this photo, and I'm so happy with it. And I hope you like it too. I shot this at Theta Pond on the OSU campus, where squirrels are a little more, I don't want to say friendly, but they're maybe a little less skittish than squirrels just out like around your house or in nature. But even so, squirrels usually don't let you get too close. And I have my D750, which is not a great wildlife camera, and my 105mm macro lens, which is not a great wildlife lens. But even so, guess what? I got the photo that you see here with that setup. I don't know why this squirrel let me get so close, but I'm really glad that it did. And I like that the squirrel is sort of doing something. I didn't scare it away, and I hope I didn't bother it, but the squirrel was munching on an acorn or something. And so that's like my favorite type of wildlife photo, when there's something going on. And here the squirrel is engaged in something, but has paused to look at me. I really like the angle from which I shot this. This squirrel paused long enough to let me lower my camera to the ground and actually compose a shot. And that almost never happens. And I was only like 4 feet away because, again, 105mm lens on a full frame camera, you can't get very close. Maybe it was the weather. Maybe it was that it was a really cold day and the squirrel was kind of chilly and just wanted to stay warm and didn't want to run off. I don't know, but I really like that the angle worked out for this photo. I like the lighting. I really like the lighting. The sun, as you can tell, is up and to the left. And that not only casts a really nice light on the squirrel's fur, but it gives you that glint in the squirrel's eye. And if you look at the full-size one on Flickr, so if you're on YouTube, click the link below, and from the blog, just click on the photo. Go to the full-size one on Flickr, and you can zoom in to the full resolution, and you can see every little detail on that squirrel's eye. I mean, it really worked out well. I'm so happy with it. I shot this at a pretty wide aperture, f4.8, and that comes through. Even if you look at the full-size one and zoom in close to like the full-size one, you'll see that there's some depth of field going on. The nose and his paws, those are slightly out of focus. Beyond that, like his ears, those are slightly out of focus, but the eye is tack sharp, and it's so cool how that worked out. 1/350th of a second, ISO 100 to get a nice clean shot. Even the background worked out because the gray, there's actually some stone or concrete steps behind the squirrel that makes the squirrel stand out. And it's hard to get a good background where the squirrel stands out because squirrels have really good camouflage on their fur. They blend in with their background, but not this one. So I don't know if I'll post more squirrel photos. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I really like this one and that everything just worked out. Who knows? Maybe I'm more of a wildlife photographer than I realized.